Honestly, you guys, I love my country. You see, Nigeria, I love Nigeria to stupor. Are you kidding me? I don't know how many of you guys have seen the recent, topic that has been trending. This whole thing about one of our senators and some of our entertainers. Wonders will never end. Welcome, you guys. It's another wonderful episode of the Kiwi Show. Ooh, I hope you're excited as I am because I have brought nothing but legit just once more. So how are we doing, fam? If this is your first time seeing my face, how about you click the like button, because we bring nothing but the best here on this show. So after you're done clicking that thumbs up button, why don't you subscribe? And then of course, don't forget to share to your friends. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about a very, very sensational topic. Is it even sensational? Whatever. Okay, GistLover took to the gram, not just the gram, social media at large, and released something very, very enticing, something very, very, very serious. Let me put it that way. It was serious, that a lot of people had to come out and defend themselves. Jesus Christ. Why? Why I'm asking why is because I feel like it is so unrelated kind of to what started the whole thing. Let me break this down for you. We have someone we call Senator Akpabio here in Nigeria. He's a Nigerian politician. He used to be the former governor of Akwa State. He's a Nigerian lawyer and currently serving as the 15th president of the Senate in Nigeria. Now, here's the funny thing. There was a recent senatorial meeting where a bill was supposed to be passed. And we had the likes of Senator Akpoti. She's a female senator from, I think, representing Kogi State. Recently, during the meeting, is an international meeting, so the video popped up online. Honestly, I feel Senator Akpabio should have controlled himself a little better than what he displayed that day. What actually happened? Let me take you guys back in time. Okay, so in that very video, it showed us on record that Ms. Akpoti interjected the meeting. All right, but she was hushed by Mr. Akpabio. Now, amidst the commotion, Ms. Akpoti has stated, "Mr. President, we don't want the bill to be killed. We just want a slight modification, sir." Distinguished Senator Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak, said Mr. Akpabio. Oh, pardon me. She's very, classy woman. So she went, oh, pardon me. Miss Akpoti, Natasha, apologized. Despite the apology tendered by Miss Akpoti, right, our Senate President, Akpabio, retorted and said, "We are not in a nightclub.
We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications, sir. It's a necessary bill."
This is Natasha, in the chamber, you have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub.
Okay, so now here's the issue. That was so unrelated. That was so unnecessary. Like, even if you're a misogynist, even if that is what you are, even if you're misogynistic in nature, you don't really like women, you don't approve of them being in masculine setting, as you say or as you feel. Okay, even if that is your opinion, I feel like there should be some level of decorum, right? I feel like you should control yourself a little bit more because it's not everybody that shares your ideologies. Okay, it's now a free world. Women participate in politics, unlike how it used to be back in the days. Okay, so upgrade yourself. Know how to, even if you don't believe, if you don't agree. Obviously, the unanimous decision by everybody is that women can be part of the board, and they are now a part of the board, whether you like it or not. So I feel you should keep your ideologies or whatever it is you think to yourself. Even if that is your ideology, waiting concern woman, concern nightclub, waiting concern the Senate President. Have you ever seen her in a nightclub before? Or even in a nightclub, is that how you behave in a nightclub? Who talks in a nightclub or, interjects like she was doing? What she was doing, what does it have to do with a nightclub? That's my question. So I feel that remark was very unnecessary, very uncalled for. As a matter of fact, Jesus Christ, he brought this thing on himself. But now, the whole thing is funny because trust Nigerians. They started to drag him online and he was doing strong head. He was trying to be stubborn, trying to stand on what he said. Okay. So he did not apologize. He didn't make any efforts to try and quell the situation by apologizing. I believe if he had done that immediately, the matter wouldn't have stretched as it did. And now the matter even stretched into things that I believe shouldn't have even been out in the open. It would have still remained his private life if he had behaved accordingly. Now, how did GistLover come into the picture? GistLover definitely saw that video and she was pissed. Oh, she was pissed. Oh, he was pissed. Like, I think I mentioned this in my previous video that we do not know the gender of GistLover. So whoever is behind GistLover's blog was pissed, and you said, you know what, this man, you say his name is Akpabio, I'm going to deal with him. Let's take up everything we can on this man and show him small pepper. So in the process of doing this, you know, in order to bring him to his knees, a lot of things came out about him, even how, you know, even though he's married, he's still unfaithful to his partner, going out with different people, your faves, you know, those kind of topics came on, and she, whoever it is, posted them online and attracted the attention of Nigerians. Hey, trust my Nigerians now. It became so, you know, it became such a trend. It was on the lips of everyone. And at this point, our dear senator hasn't still apologized. I'm gonna be giving you the details of some of the things that went down during this, madness. Before I go any further, I want to ask you the simple question. Have you clicked the like button? All right, so click the like button. Do not forget, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to share to your friends. Now, who are the people that GistLover accused Akpabio from having an affair with outside his marriage? It's not just small people, small girls. So no, these are big mummies in the entertainment business, are big mamas. We have the likes of Nancy Simmer, Hilda Baci, Miss Swaneka, the hair boss. She's known in Nigeria, Chantel, Ini Edo, and even Dakore Egbuson. The tricky thing is that right now, these are all allegations, right? There isn't necessarily any proof, but some funny things have been happening. Now, this Chantel lady here I mentioned came out to actually debunk the whole thing. And initially on her Instagram page, she had something like a link, all right, on her Instagram. There was something she was sponsoring, like a foundation she was in charge of, but it happened to be God's Will Initiative, okay? Now, when the madness started, it turns out that she removed that link from my Instagram page. Very suspicious. And not just her. A lot of people came online too. We had hair boss herself, that is Miss Waneka. She also tried to debunk the news about her being involved with God's Will Akpabio. Because I mean, if you think about it, waiting concern hair boss, like hair vendor. What concern hair vendor and Senate who? I mean, think about it. So this is what she had to say about the whole thing. She said, "Woke up this morning to my picture on the flyer. First off, I'm still trying to make sense of why my picture is in this mix. Could it be a mistake from the graphic designer or what? You know, I'd like to assume this was a complete mistake and was never intended. GistLover, please go back and do this research well, or just reconfirm from your source, as I believe there might be a mistake somewhere. I am one woman who hates, condemns, and publicly speaks against people destroying other women's homes, and I will never be a part of something like that. I have been a married woman almost all my life, as I even came to Lagos, a married woman. I have never met, seen, talked, come in contact personally or otherwise with this man or any other politician in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. All my life, I have worked hard for every penny I have. If I have $2 million, I can account for every dollar. Woo! Damn. If I have gotten any help, it is from my ex-husband and my current husband. I am a happily married woman with 4 kids, and I do not want my name associated with something like this. I urge you all to please say all the lies you have to about me, which I never care to respond to anything, but not that I, Waneka, is or was ever involved with someone's husband. Talk more, a Nigerian politician that can't even help business owners do something about the dollar rate. I am a certified lover girl and will never be in a situation where I have to be the woman. That being said, Waneka women, I don't know if you were surprised as I was, but I beg, y'all should please avoid me, and even as a joke, do not involve me or put up my picture or mention my name in anything like this again. I have built my company from the ground up, and since day one, I have been intentional about building in public, and y'all cannot backtrack and trace my progress to this point. I feel this is not only disrespectful to me, but to all genuine hardworking women out there. This further deepens the stereotype that every woman at the top slept her way through it. I am raising 2 beautiful daughters, and I am conscious of how my actions today will impact them in the future. Thank you and God bless. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. She has made solid sense in her write-up. Yeah, she did. Because I mean, if you look at it logically, I don't see any reasons or in what way her business would bring her in contact with a politician. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying situations like this can. I'm not doubting the possibility of what she has been accused of being true. But I'm just trying to see, you know what we do here on the Q show, guys? We try to like balance things, flip the other side of the coin. You self check out. When you hear some things, check, balance. You understand? Before you proceed to, draw your conclusions. Now, I agree with her on one thing here in this whole statement. Not every successful woman who has risen to the top slept her way through it. I mean, that might be the trend. I'm not even gonna lie. That might be the trend right now. A lot of big ladies having sugar daddies or people who sponsor them. Yes, we know that is a very serious trend. But I still believe that there are a few, very, very, like the little minority that is very unnoticeable. I still believe there are women out there who do their stuff legit. I mean, I have seen some for myself, and you ain't telling me none, bruh. Okay, so that was this one nigga coming out to debunk her own news. All right. And we had the Corey as well come out. Now, you see, I'm just going to be telling you about the ones we saw online that came to debunk. The others didn't necessarily come out to say anything. It was more like what is this? I beg. I don't know if you understand. I mean, like the other women who are accused of having a relationship or having an affair with God's will, I feel like they all just let the whole thing blow over like it's a useless gist. I want to say it didn't happen, so I shouldn't care. I have more important things to, work on. But now you cannot tell people how they will react to being, like when they're hurt or when they're offended. They're not going to, you don't expect people to react the same way. You don't expect people to behave the same way. Ms. Waneka decided to write a long epistle on her social media page and post it. And that was it. That Korea decided to make a video. And she did not just stop at making the video. You guys see this. Watch this video.
My dear Nigerians, good morning. I hope you all are doing great. I just arrived to the US with my family. We're on our summer vacation and I've not been online. And I started getting calls and text messages this morning alerting me to a very wicked lie from the pit of hell, actually, this morning. And I must say that I am very disappointed. I am very shocked. I'm appalled. And I want to categorically state that I have never, ever in my life met the Senate president. I have not had any cause to see him or to be in the same room with him, not to talk of being one of his side chicks. Hello, I'm married, happily married. I have 2 beautiful children. I have always been above board in my dealings with anyone. So for a blogger, a jobless, wicked blogger, to decide to put my name amongst women who have been with this man is totally wicked and totally unfounded. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And I'm ready for any legal action because at this point, you have messed with the wrong person. I keep to myself. I mind my business. I drink water and I do my work. So for someone to want to tarnish my hard-earned name and image for some clicks, no way. I'm not going to stand for it and I am not going to accept it. I am not going to be quiet about it. So I want to put it out there right now. Anybody who can say that I have been with this man, that you have evidence, hard evidence, video or audio, I will give you 5 million naira right now. I am not joking. I am very serious because look, I have worked too hard for my name and my reputation for someone to now wake up in the morning and want to cause wahala in my life. I reject it. I categorically stand against it. It is a lie from the pit of hell. I have never seen the senator before and I will not allow anybody to tarnish my name any further. So Gist Media Lover, whatever the fuck your name is, oh my God.
Now, she did not just stop at making this video. She went further to involve the law and has demanded that GistLover retract her statement and offer a public apology. Before I go any further, there's something I want to say. Someone said one time that the fear of GistLover is the beginning of wisdom. Why is that a thing? Why is that even a statement to be like, why would such a statement be made? I'll tell you why. In the past, when some popular persons, some celebrities, so to say, came out to debunk something that GistLover said, some of them even tried to like make very heated up videos where they're angry and they're like blasting GistLover. Some of them would even like swear, some will make crying videos and whatnot. And by the time they're done ranting and saying that GistLover is lying, GistLover will say, okay, everybody, time for part 2. The next evidence comes out. That makes it impossible for you to deny that you did that thing you're claiming you didn't do. I don't know if you understand. So this is the thing with GistLover. GistLover is so detailed with her gist mustache. They do their researches thoroughly. I mean, I don't know how many of y'all remember the case with Yo and his current wife, Judy. Before the matter even came out public, before everybody even knew what was happening, GistLover already brought it to the media that this man went, through the waterways, through the tunnel to go and get married to his second wife, okay? GistLover was the one that made us aware of that. GistLover has been giving us very authentic stories back to back. And whenever somebody tries to come and debunk or say it's a lie, she adds fire. She brings out more evidences to prove what she's saying or he is saying. Now, this is the thing. Some people came to say, Miss Waneka, under the comment section and stuff, what if you're done writing all these things and boom, that silence is the best answer, or silence is golden sometimes, or because this thing you said now, you never can tell. GistLover might bring out something else tomorrow again to prove that you've done it, okay? Now, as the courier has done this, people are of the opinion that, why is she carrying this mat on her head like this now? The more she's doing it, that it's going to make things suspicious. She's involving the law, lawyer this, it got to her turn and she's using lawyer and blah, 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 blah. You honestly cannot tell people how to react to their pain, to their hurt. Just imagine you suffered to build a reputation, guy. You go through your life alone, suffer and make it to the top. And some people who really don't know how your life has been, they just come online and try to do things to just, tarnish your image and mess up your reputation. So I can understand if you want to fight for your image because you're a public personality, you're a public figure. Now, I don't know how many of us remember the time, because this is just looking like the time when Nathan Baci wanted to involve the law, when some people were making weird theories about him being the father of Mercy Chinwo's child, just because they had a few semblances. Now, Nathan Baci is a minister of God. That is the image he has put out there to the media for the longest time. And he has never been involved in any scandal or whatever, ever. He's kept a clean slate, if you ask me. And then some people who are just in the comfort of their homes, like, you don't know anything about this person and you just, you come online to say a lot. Now, the thing is, in as much as some of these accusations might be true, you need to understand that some of these bloggers lie a lot. And they do it for the views. They do it for the likes. They do it for the engagement. They want to make money too, okay? But is it fair when you realize you're about to ruin somebody's life, when you're not even sure? I don't know if I'm making sense. These are literally just allegations, suspicions. You haven't confirmed, and you come out to spew things like this about the person. Now, the person decides to react because just imagine there's no more further evidence. Because Dakore has gone forward to say that she'll give 5 million to whoever who can bring proof, right? So just imagine there's no further evidence. She's definitely going to push for this. I don't know if I'm making sense. So some people may choose to overlook it and be like, it's not true. I beg you, it will blow over. Another gist to come and take over and take it off social media. While some people will be like, what? Hell no, I'm not going to allow anybody to do this to me. That was why Minister Nathan Baci involved the law, and that is why Dakore is deciding to involve the law as well. They don't tell people how to, handle their situations. I mean, look at all this fire. Look at all this thing that is happening online with all these female celebrities, with married women, because both Dakore and Miss Waneka, they're both married. And some of the others too are married, you understand? So, just look at all this drama, all this heat, all this fire. Why? Because of a comment one of my senators made. I mean, don't you just love this country? Huh? One gist leads to another gist that takes you into another pool of gists. I mean, it's honestly, for me, I think it's crazy because GistLover right now has succeeded in involving a whole lot of other persons that I feel were not even related to the case. They were not even related to the whole stunt that Senator Godso pulled in the Senate House. They're so unrelated. Now, all of them, they've been touched. And guess what? At the end of all this madness, then our senator decides to finally come out and say, I have no intention, and I quote, I have no intention of demeaning any woman, and I always pray for the upliftment of women, he declared. Distinguished Senator Natasha, I would like to offer my sincere apologies to you. The interest shown on social media indicates that we have enemies. Is the enemies us, Nigerians? Let me continue. I felt it necessary to apologize to you publicly. I mean no harm. People should focus on things that will move this country forward. Social media handlers should exercise decorum. We will not regulate social media out. Did you exercise decorum when you were telling your fellow senator that she's not in nightclub? Did you? Now you want social media people to exercise decorum. Anyways, let me finish this reading. So he said, social media handlers should exercise decorum. We will not regulate social media out of anger, he said. But we can regulate the Senate with your, your beliefs and ideologies and your own temperaments and your own whims. Because that's literally the same thing. It's not making any sense. You shouldn't have made that statement. All right? Because what happened to him on social media is literally what he did to the female Senate president. He brought something completely out of context from what was being discussed in the board. Which one is, we are not in a nightclub? How that matter take concern waiting in the talk for inside Senate? Now, after that, GistLover decides to do him what he did to somebody else, which is bring a completely unrelated, why did she have to bring up his personal life? And let's say he even really does these things with side chicks and whatever. Let's say he really is into those kind of stuff. How does it correlate with what he's doing? Like, how does it correlate to the matter at hand and what he has done to his fellow senator? I don't know if people are seeing the chain. It's very long. It's crazy, really crazy. So now, it's now that you remember to tender an apology when the matter has escalated. The concept or the idea to think thoroughly before you spill with your mouth is very, very important in life. Honestly, one thing that you say can just mess you up entirely. And you probably didn't even mean it like that. I remember one time when Ira, I don't know how many of you guys know her. She's of course we know, what am I saying? But in case you don't know Ira Star, she's a Nigerian musician, blah, blah, blah. Now, she's a singer, she's a celebrity. And at some point, I think there were some paparazzi that, met her, they just met her outside, and they asked her a question about Cardi B. How? So that was like trying to put words in her mouth. And she was smart enough to dodge that question. Because if she had made a comment, no matter how innocent the comment was coming from her, it would mean a whole lot to different people. They could have twisted her words and tried to use it to make news just so they could earn money. I don't know if you guys understand where I'm coming from. Especially when you're a public figure, you have to be very conscious of everything that comes out of your mouth. Otherwise, what's law? It's going to be online for the longest time that you said this. Trust bloggers, news reporters, and everybody to carry it. What? Are you guys kidding? Nah, Omo. I mean, that was, for me, he made a mistake on his own end. And honestly, at this point, I think it's safe to say GistLover blog is Lady Whistledown of Nigeria. For those of us who have seen the Bridgerton series, I think it's safe to call her that, because how she is or he is detailed with some of the information that they bring to us on social media, I cannot tell. Guys, I want you people to tell me what you think concerning this whole drama and craziness. What are your thoughts? I would be reading in the comments section. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I would like for you to click the like button. All right, don't forget to subscribe and of course share to your friends. I am your favorite girl, Jessie Rogers, here on The Kiwi Show. And until next time, it is bye-bye.